What's up everybody, it's your boy YASHIroku, and we got another video showcasing my Vader. Right now, I'm in the process of doing a little bit of tidying up as well as changing my carb, my copy Mikuni to a legitimate Mikuni or genuine Mikuni. Right now, you know, the bike is like everywhere. But I really want to get rid of this EGR, but I can't because I don't have a blockout plate. But what I'm thinking of doing is cutting this and actually welding this together. Unfortunately, if you have this gen of the Vader, it doesn't really come with a bracket. I know some Rascal owners, well, majority of the Rascal owners, they have like a piece or a bracket that they actually can put over that hole. But if you don't do that, you have to like put a screw here where this originally, this hose right here originally goes to the intake, but since I changed the intake to a bigger one, you know, I don't have this anymore. What you also can do is drill a hole and put a nipple there, but I kind of want to get rid of it. Now, I don't condone anyone doing that because that is kind of legal. But it really doesn't matter with these little bikes. But I'm not encouraging anyone to break their laws or anything by getting rid of that pair system. But really all it does is just send some of the exhaust gas back into the intake so it can burn cleaner. And I'm not going to really get into that because you can, you're already on the internet. You can find that out how that works. But back to my Vader. I gotta get another canister. I gotta rewrap this. The plastics are pretty much on their last leg. I might possibly get ROM fairings, but I also was looking into the Forza, the Ice Bear versions of the 125cc. Ground cone. I actually like how their fairings look, so I might look into getting some of them, or I go supermoto and see if any like dirt bike type fairings could fit this. But right now I'm just in the process of just getting this back on the road and also on the track. So right now I'm not really into making it look pretty because I actually want this to function. So also looking at this, I'm going to probably take the LED off. I don't really use the LED as much. I don't know. I might end up taking that off, and I gotta get another seat, like I said. But that's pretty much with all the fairings and stuff too. That has to get fixed. With the lock issues with that, but I've had that for a while. But that has to get changed. Overall, it's a solid bike. It's just little annoying things like the plastics and stuff. Very cheap quality, but yeah, just like the tail that I said in my other video, I gotta get a eliminator. Fender eliminator or fender delete, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a fender delete. So I gotta do that. That's probably like the only thing that really has to be done because this is like flopping around. So let's go back to the original idea of this video, which is talking about the carb. Now I have a legitimate or genuine Mikuni carb. It fits and then it bolts up and everything. I didn't tune it or anything because I actually just got it. So let's go to the other side. You are a copy of me. Nope. I'm a legitimate Mikuni. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, you're not. What? Huh? Now kiss. Well, anyway, this right here is the, well, quote unquote fake Mikuni, or the illegitimate Mikuni, but it claims to be the real Mikuni. And this one right here is, well, I didn't mean to just drop that like that. I just scratched my nose real quick. But this right here is the legitimate, genuine Mikuni, or real Mikuni. And this one is the Chinese copy. Although it says made in Japan, it's not made in Japan. It's made somewhere in China. Now, oh, let me back this up a little bit. Focus. Alright. Now, with this, you possibly will have a lot of issues with it. This right here is my second one. This one actually worked for a while before it started messing up, and the main reason why was I had gasket sealing problems, and I also have float problems. The float was sticking. Now with these, you're going to have to keep rebuilding them after a while, especially if you don't have like a fuel shut off. Well, now I have a fuel shut off, but yeah, if gas continues to go in here or whatever, you might wake up one day with a pool full of gas, because that's what happened to me when the gasket and the float and stuff started sticking, and this wasn't sealing properly, and the gasket had got worn out prematurely. Yeah, so that was fun. So yeah, with this one, you're gonna have issues after a while. Some people do, some people don't, but yeah, you're going to do a lot of rebuilding or replacing for this. I wasn't going to rebuild this because you're real insanely cheap. I mean, we're talking about what, between 26 to 36, sometimes 40, but I wouldn't really spend a lot of money on this. So if you could find this for as cheap as possible, I would get that, because they're all the same. Some people think that, oh, if you get this for maybe $30 or $40, it'll be better than the cheaper ones. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that for the Chinese carbs, because they're pretty much all the same. They're just branded differently or whatever, or the pictures look better or whatever. Because this right here didn't even look like the picture that I got. So yeah, with that. Me being, one of those people too, thinking that if you spend $40 on this or whatever, it would be better than the, the $20 or the $30 special, because I spend about, I think, between $36 to $40 something for this. It was pretty steep, but I was one of those people too. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people too, thinking that, oh, this is more legitimate than those other ones, which I was totally wrong. But then again, I knew that this was going to be a copy anyway, but I wasn't really too fond of the Mikuni brand, so hey. I mean, it worked, but the main thing that you're going to have issues with this, which I had issues the first time with the first carb that I had, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the second one, because this one actually worked for me. And the only way it really works is you either tune it lean or rich. You can't really tune it optimal, how it's supposed to or anything. It's either you're going to be excessively rich or you're going to be excessively lean. So it's very inconsistent, and every carb that you get, some people get duds, because I know the first time I got it, it was a dud. This one worked a little bit, until I started having issues with it leaking and the float was stuck. So I would have had to rebuild this, but I just was like, screw it. You know, they cost really cheap. They're real cheap, so pretty much like half the price of this. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes once I get done talking about this carb, which I'm pretty much done talking about. Now, the legitimate Mikuni is right here. And the first thing I saw from a picture was this right here. This is going to be your friend. And the reason why I say this is going to be your friend, because on this carb, it is right here on the bottom. And if I turn it like this, you notice that this is the intake side. This actually goes on the manifold. So that's on the manifold, that is on the bottom, and there is really no clearance for you to turn that screw. And that is very vital for you to tune this thing. So what I ended up doing, I actually cheated a little bit. The only way you could really do this is if you got a real small screwdriver while it's actually on, and it's kind of hard to really determine if you turned this or not. So what I did was, like, picture this is the intake. So it's on the intake. It doesn't run right. I unscrewed one of these right here. And what I used for this was Allen side and a nut. I didn't use a bolt or anything. I used an Allen screw on this side, and I used a nut. So pretty much what I did was use the Allen screw, take it out on one side, turn it, then put my screwdriver, flathead, and just turned it however many turns I wanted it to. Put it up like that. If it wasn't running right, or if I had to, you know, lessen it, or, well, richen it, or lean it up more, or whatever. And then I just kept doing that until I got it to how I wanted it. And it was a pain because this screw got really turned out like at least like 6 times, and that's too much. So that led me to suspect that the pilot jet in here is too small, because really you're not supposed to go over, I think, 4 turns or something like that. So and pilot jets, I don't even know. The only thing I got with these, the only thing I got with this was main jets, and that also was an issue too. That was a nightmare too. But yeah, just very hard to tune, and not a lot of support for this. Now, for legitimate Mikuni, only good things have been said about this. So right now I haven't put it on yet, but I feel comfortable by just having this in my hand. It feels legitimate compared to the Chinese copy. Just overall craftsmanship of it, and the weight. Like, when I instantly put this in my hand, I felt like this was a carb. This was a real carb compared to the Chinese copy. Like, this feels more like a toy compared to this right here, because this feels very solid. And I think the main jet is on the bottom right here. I'm not sure, because they have adjustable main jets too. I saw as an add-on for this. A carb actually has an add-on. So yeah. Now, I haven't put this on yet, so I'm going to put this on probably later. Because I just got this, and this right here, pretty much, for the price of this, you can probably get 2 of these. So it really comes down to if you really want something legitimate compared to something that you just want to just toy around with. Because this right here cost me like $73, but I had got a discount for this. So originally it would cost, plus shipping and everything, would be about like $80 between that. There's other sites too where they charge, you know, way more, but that was for a kit. I already have a kit pretty much. All I needed was really the carb. and my intake, let me see, my filter rather, not intake, but my filter. Well, my intake, I'm gonna be using the other one, that came with the copy. That one works out. So you'll have to get like a kit. But even then, you could piece everything together for like about less than $100, or about $100. So this one has a round slide. I might have to change this. So yeah, I have to get like a bigger hose. I might can let me see. I might can like squeeze out. Ow, almost hurt myself. I might can squeeze it on there or whatnot. I can put a bigger filter. But this is a uni filter. Legitimate uni filter. That I got that from Cycle Gear, off the shelf. But really, you can use anyone. I just wanted a dirt bike style filter. I've always had luck with these, so that's why I got that. But yeah, I might can like probably like squeeze this on or something. And this right here is just a hose. A lot of people use like tubing and stuff, but I find that this is the easiest way to do it, and you can cut it. You know, you just get a big piece of hose or whatever, and you can cut this however. This is just a piece of it. I still have another piece of it. But I don't know. I might have to get a bigger one unless I can like squeeze this on somehow. But I'm not really too worried about that. That's easy. But yeah, I just have to get like a hose or something that's big enough to go over this, that I can use one of these like clamps or whatnot. And that's pretty much how I did with this one. I think it's bigger. Yeah, the intake is, the air side is kind of bigger, but that's minor stuff. Just the intake boot, or the part that goes here, that actually goes into the engine, manifold, I guess, intake manifold, whatever you want to call it. The manifold part, yeah, I can use the same one from that one. It's 26 millimeters. This is a VM22. This is also a VM22, but you can see that they're very different. This one is a little bit bigger than that compared. Yeah, comparison. So this one, I wish I can like, I can't really set it up. I don't want to treat this like crap. Well, I mean, it is crap, but I mean, I don't want to treat it like, you know, it's really a star of this show too. Oh, whoa! Now, well, this one is falling now. This is a star of the show too because I'm talking about it. But yeah, I can't really like hold. I guess that works. Yeah, I guess so. But this one stands right up, and this one doesn't. So that's the carb. I gotta put this on. So that'll probably be another video, cause I actually just got it. Well, I can get it tonight. I took ownership officially tonight, but I got this earlier. So that's it. YASHIroku out.